How to prove that a quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral. So there are three ways to answer this question, and in this tutorial we're going to work on all three of them. Hi guys, Lever here from Bright Young Brains. In a situation where you need to answer questions like this, you want to keep in mind that if you're going to prove that something is a cyclic quad, you will not be given a cyclic quad. So what I mean is, they won't necessarily ask you to prove that this is a cyclic quad. And the reason for that is, firstly, this is a quadrilateral and it's already in a circle. Anyways, it's visibly a cyclic quad. So questions where they will be asking you to prove that something is a cyclic quad, you will generally be given a Euclidean geometry sketch where you have like lines flying around. And then depending on where your lines are, you usually have 4 points, of which those 4 points, as long as they form a four-sided shape, they can easily then ask you to prove that this shape is a cyclic quad, as in this portion here. So just keep that in mind when you're working on questions on proving a cyclic quad. So ways to prove a cyclic quad, we said there are three ways. The first one is that you will just need to show that opposite angles add up to 180. So regardless of whatever sketch you have, if you can show that opposite angles within that cyclic quad, if you can show that opposite angles add up to 180, then you would have proven that that quadrilateral is a cyclic quad. So the first one is to show that opposite angles add up to 180, in the sense that whatever four-sided shape that you will be dealing with in whatever sketch that you'll be dealing with and whatever information that should have been given, as long as you can show that opposite angles add up to 180, you will have proven that your four-sided shape is a cyclic quad. So that's one of the ways you can prove that you are dealing with a cyclic quadrilateral. Another one is that you need to show that an exterior angle is equal to an opposite interior angle. So what I mean by that is, depending on whatever four-sided shape you're working with, as long as you can prove that an exterior angle is equal to an opposite interior angle, you would have proven that this shape here, you can draw a circle around it. You see, this is an exterior angle, this one is an interior angle. So regardless of which portion of your four-sided shape has an exterior angle, say you had an exterior angle here, as long as you can prove that this exterior angle is equal to that opposite interior angle, you would have also proven that this is a cyclic quad. Another one is that, and then the last one technically is that pair there. So obviously, showing that an exterior angle is equal to an opposite interior angle, you just need one pair. The third and last way that you can use to prove that something is a cyclic quad, two angles subtended by a line segment at two other vertices of the quadrilateral are equal. So what that means is, depending on your sketch, if you have a situation where your 4 points have these two lines formed there, if you have a scenario like that one, as long as you can prove that those two angles are equal, or as long as you can prove that these two angles are equal, whichever pair you choose, if you can prove that one pair is equal, then you would have also proven that you are dealing with a cyclic quadrilateral there. So these are the three ways that you can prove that something is a cyclic quad. You can either show that opposite angles add up to 180, you can either show that an exterior angle is equal to an opposite interior angle, and you can also either show that two angles that are subtended by the same line are equal to each other, using whatever way or information that should have been given. So these three, you obviously use them individually, in the sense that depending on the sketch that you're given, only one of these will be fitting. If you're lucky, maybe two would work out in terms of you answering a question, but then normally one of these would only work depending on the sketch that you're given. So in terms of proving a cyclic quadrilateral, or in terms of proving that a four-sided shape is a quadrilateral. These are the three things that you would need to do there. So don't worry about somewhat coming up with your own methods or whatever, because in grade 12, these are the three ways that you'll be able to answer this question. So with Euclidean geometry, obviously we know with some of the questions that you get, they're not always plain and friendly and all that. So when you're working on like actual Euclidean geometry questions and you get like super stuck, then you can just send me a DM on IG and then we'll definitely be able to help you out on that. So what I actually do is when people like send me questions on stuff that they're working on, I quickly like, you know, make like a mini video on like a paper and then I upload it onto my IG math page, which is called Zero Aesthetics, Just Mathematics. So yeah, if you just want some extra help and stuff like that, that is available for you to have a look at.